Hello everyone. I just watched Kell Brook versus Amir and Kell Brook completely destroyed Amir. I've never really rated Amir. Obviously got good hand speed, but I've never felt he was like world class fighter as he claims to be. And I think people that put him in the same category as Mayweather and Pacquiao, I think they're deluded. I don't think he's in the same stratosphere as Mayweather or Pacquiao. But taking nothing away from Kell Brook, he completely dominated his fight and he looked like the stronger fighter. And Kell Brook looked like he could go for another couple of years if he wanted. I don't think he'll ever be a world champion again, but if he wanted to go for a couple more fights, I think he could. Now Amir on the other hand, the problem is with Amir, he always changes his team. He changes his team like other people change their trousers. Honestly, he changes his team way too much, so he never builds momentum. And as we all know, he got one of the weakest chins in boxing, and I think people have figured that out now. And he's not the most tactical fighter. He's not the most tactical fighter, is he? So yeah, I just think Amir Khan's out of options. I heard in the contract for this fight, they've got a clause in there that if Amir Khan loses, he can have a rematch. I really don't want to see a rematch between Khan and Brook, because what would be the point? It'd be more like this fight. I don't think Amir Khan could do any better against Kell Brook, no matter who was his trainer. I just don't think Amir Khan can beat Kell Brook. So I just think it will be a waste of time to do a rematch. And will anybody care about it at this point? I don't think they would. And also we had Natasha Jonas winning her first world championship. Congratulations to her. Obviously she's had a long career, and I think she could have a really good run at super middleweight. So yeah. So we also had Vidal Riley on the card. He got a really good points decision. Now normally I would say Vidal should be beating this type of opponent, but also Vidal's hang on. Obviously he did beat the opponent, but what I meant was he should be finishing these opponents. But as I was gonna say, he'd been out the ring for 2 years, so obviously you are gonna be a bit ring rusty. So I don't think you can take anything away from getting the points win, and he looked dominant throughout the fight. And I think if he was a bit more ring sharp, he could have got the stoppage or the knockout. But obviously, as I said, you can't take anything away from Vidal, because at the end of the day, he still dominated the fight, and he got a lot of good rounds under his belt. The one thing I did want to mention is the commentary. The commentary really pissed me off, because they kept on talking about Vidal's followers, and I was like, who the fuck cares? Like they kept on saying he want to get a knockout for his followers. Like I'm sure when Vidal was in the ring, he's not thinking about his followers. That really pissed me off. That did. It felt like they were trying to discredit Vidal. That really did annoy me. That did. And in the main event, I was listening to the US commentary, and I prefer the US commentary to the UK commentary, because on the US commentary they actually provide analysis and they actually explain certain things and they talk like human beings. On the UK commentary, you have Adam Booth. That says it all, doesn't it? So let me know what you thought of these fights down below. As I said, I just think it was a solid night of boxing, and let me know what you thought down below, and have a good day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will speak to you in a bit.